Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's another Sunday and it's another late video on my channel, but what else is new? So I'm just gonna get right into it. Today's kit is from BensDesignCo and this is the Jet Setter. If you guys are interested in his kit, links will be down in the description, and I believe that he is in the Planner Collaborative sale going on in February, so he will have a sale, so make sure you guys check it out. Links again will be in the description. So I'm currently planning for the second week of my vacation, and as you guys will probably notice throughout the video, there were a lot of issues with me trying to align my planner in the center. So if it's a little bit slanted off to the side, I am truly sorry for that. I didn't pay attention to my little screen, and as a result, it does kind of shift more to the left because of how I set up my tripod. Honestly, my setup for both my shop, my desk, and the filming station is a hot mess. It's always a hot mess. If you guys ever want to see my little setup, leave a comment down below because oh boy, I've seen a lot of people post their filming setup and mine is just literally my tripod is balanced against the ledge of my desk and the wall. So that's just how unstable it is, just to let you guys know. Anyways, aside from my little spiel about my setup, on the left hand side, I really didn't have anything to write down besides the highlights for this week, so I just mainly covered it up with this giant full box that came with the kit. Beneath that, I placed down this washi strip that is included in the kit, and I absolutely love this texture. I think it's absolutely unique. And I just ended up writing the highlights for every single day and decorating the leftover space because I really didn't have that much to track on the left hand side. So for the first half of the week I was in Japan, and for the second half I went back to Korea and we actually traveled to Busan. This trip had the worst time management because we should have just flown directly to Japan and then just ended our Korea trip there, but we booked it smack in the middle, so we ended up flying to Korea, then flying to Japan, then back to Korea, and we flew into Incheon instead of Busan, so we ended up having to buy an extra train ticket to take the train to Busan. So in general, just don't judge me for my poor vacation planning. Monday was a blast. Monday was mainly just waking up extremely early because we were kicked out of the onsen that we were at by like 8 a.m. And the sticker I used to note me waking up is actually a planner girl from my shop, and I absolutely adore her. She's a brand new addition, so if you think that she looks cute, definitely make sure to check my shop out. After leaving the onsen, we actually went to the shopping mall and picked up my glasses. I got prescription glasses in Japan, and hands down, I highly recommend it. It's called Jin's. I believe there's a location also in Korea and also in San Francisco. It's $100 for prescription glasses and they are totally worth it. Afterwards, we actually went and got Ichiran Ramen, which is probably one of the best ramen places I've ever had in my life. The line was pretty long and you actually eat by yourself. You don't really get to interact with your friends or your family if you go with them. Their whole purpose is just to get you in and out and have the best food experience as possible. And then, of course, for the rest of the day was just me eating a lot. We actually went to a rotating sushi bar and it was super cheap. I ate 14 plates and it was amazing. I don't know how to describe this trip aside from a glorified shopping trip, along with me just eating everything I see in my sight. Aside from going to the rotating sushi, I went to Shibuya to buy some cosmetics. I probably spent about $200 there and then ended my night with bags full of just cleansers and makeup. So for Tuesday, I ate at Coco Curry and then it was just mainly a shopping trip for myself in Shibuya. I went to multiple different stationery stores including Tokyo Hands and Loft. It's actually where I got my Jinbu Tectrol and my Hobonichi Weeks. And then of course I had to check out some other cosmetic stores such as Cosme Shop. Afterwards, I just met up with my boyfriend in Akihabara so we can go to a maid cafe. It was kind of an interesting experience. I wouldn't say I would do it again. And lastly, for the rest of the night, I just went out to go get some gyudon. Honestly, Japan has one of the most convenient store food that is quick, fast, and honestly healthier than what I would normally eat on a daily basis in America. Moving on to Wednesday, it's actually when I'm actually going to fly back to Korea. So I just did any last minute shopping, went back and forth between Shibuya and Akihabara. I searched forever for this one sunscreen that a lot of people raved about, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Honestly, that was the majority of the Wednesday, looking for that sunscreen, eating more gyudon, and then flying back to Seoul. I was super exhausted by the time we arrived in our Airbnb, and I just passed out immediately. Thursday was a super early morning. We had to make sure we packed everything up, take a taxi down to Seoul Station so we can drop off our bags for them to hold it for us and ship it to the airport when we finally fly out of Korea, and then make it to our train that is supposed to depart around 9:40 to Busan. And once we got to Busan, we went to the very famous little marketplace. We just ate a lot of street food. They had street food around every corner. They had these little carts, and the odeng was honestly my favorite item. When nighttime rolled around, we just picked up some Korean barbecue, and pork skin, I found out, is probably one of my favorite Korean barbecue dishes that a lot of people don't serve in America because I love how crispy and kind of chewy it is. So at the end of the night, we wrapped things up with a small shopping trips for a couple of pieces of clothes because I accidentally packed some of my clothes in the suitcase that I was supposed to wear for the next couple of days in the one that will be shipped to the Incheon airport. Now, I'm gonna preface Friday off with the fact that my boyfriend and I were running on 5 to 6 hours of sleep every day, and then on top of that, we were also traveling and exploring the new cities. So I put down this exhaustion sticker because we were both extremely exhausted, and we ended up getting into this fight about how to get to the Japanese ruins. And in the middle of our flight, we were just bickering while we were walking down the street. This man approached us, this Korean man, and he spoke to us in Korean. So if you guys didn't know, my boyfriend is Korean and he speaks Korean, so that's how we were able to understand the conversation. And he basically asked if we were Japanese because we sounded like we were speaking in Japanese instead of English, and then he asked us to translate something for him, but he spoke to us completely in the entire time in Korean. So if we were either just only Japanese speakers or English speakers, we wouldn't have understand what he was trying to tell us at all. And I just thought that situation was so funny because we were bickering and so annoyed at each other that our English didn't even sound like English in the first place. Of course, that whole situation got resolved because we couldn't just stay mad or anything or annoyed at that point. So we went on, we got to the Japanese ruins, which was a lot of steps, and we ended up going to Hyundai Beach and went to Spa Land, which is right next door to it basically, and just had a relaxing time at the spa. For Sunday, I got to meet my boyfriend's grandparents from both sides of the family, so they all took us out to eat Korean barbecue. Then afterwards, we got some coffee with his cousins, and then in the second half of the day, we went to see his maternal grandparents, which we had some native Busan food, which is a lot of seafood, and to be completely honest, I'm not a seafood person, so that was kind of rough. On Sunday, I woke up with pretty bad back pain from all the luggage packing I had to do. But luckily for me, Sunday was kind of an easy and a slow day since we mainly had to just take the train back into Seoul. I took a nap for a majority of the day and ended up eating convenience store ramen in the middle of the night. So this is it for my second week in Korea and Japan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!